CREEKGEEK.
Alright, so my two main things to start, right? If you're looking for native artifacts, do your research. You know, if you're reading a book and it says, oh, this many artifacts were found at this location, or there used to be a village here at this location, chances are there's probably still something there. And if there isn't, you know, why not check in the immediate area? I'm sure they explored around and went and hunted, and they probably had some trails running through the area. So check it out. Also, don't be so quick to give up on an area. Go back multiple times. You never know. There's one spot I did some research on. It was close to an area where there was some native activity, and I finally made it out there to go check it out. It was real early in the morning, and it was still dark out. When I first got there, I saw one rock that looked interesting, so I threw it in my pocket. Then I spent a couple more hours there and didn't find anything, and on my way out I'm like, you know, I'm never coming back here, there's nothing here. And later on that day, I forget what I was doing, probably eating lunch, something like that. I was like, wait a minute, I picked up that rock in the morning. Went in my pocket, and sure enough, it was a Native American artifact. To this day, that spot is one of my favorite spots to find stuff. And just to show you. Also, when you're doing research, you know, try and research the type of materials they would use in your area, and the type of artifacts that you can find in your area, because that'll definitely help you with what to look for. And also, when you're out in the field looking for stuff, a good indication that you're in a Native American location is you look for, I don't know how well you can see this, look for flakes, little broken off pieces of the material they would use. Now obviously, if jasper was prevalent in your area, look for little bits of broken up jasper. If it's quartzite like around here, then look for bits of broken up quartzite. And this will definitely indicate that you are in a good spot to look for artifacts. American artifacts, you gotta think very simple. What do we need to survive, right? Food, water, and shelter. So these are the things you need to look for. Natives would always camp along water. And actually a good spot to look is where two bodies of water meet also. And you wanna look towards the high ground. So you gotta think like, okay, where would I set up a campsite, right? You're gonna wanna be near where game would go, where you could wash your clothes, where you could drink. You also wanna be above the flood zone, not have to worry about, you know, getting flooded out in your camp. So that's just something to think about. Also, you want to think about erosion. Now, we're talking ancient. It's going to be a long time ago. You know, a lot of that stuff's going to be buried under dirt. Who knows if there was floods that you know, got the stuff all churned up or whatever. So, look for places of erosion. That's a very good place to look. You can find artifacts in and around the water, because you have to understand too, they're underwater fishing, they're hunting in the water. They could have dropped it. Maybe they're chilling on the water side, you know, making tools, whatever the case. So that's just something to think about. And one thing that a lot of people don't think about is ask around. Ask around. People have been collecting arrowheads and Native American artifacts for years and years and years, and generations and generations and generations. Chances are one of your family members found them before, or a friend, maybe a co-worker. Ask around. Talk about your hobby. Prime example, I was talking about it with a guy at work, and he said as a kid he used to find them in farm fields all the time. So he took me out to one of his spots. We were there about 5 minutes. The day was raining. It was raining outside, and I found this piece that I wear on my neck. It's the first full, complete arrowhead I've ever found. So, you know, talk to your friends, talk to your family. You never know. So, also you want to think about, like I said, in near water, high ground near water, good spots to look. But one of the best places to look, where most people look and most people have the best look, is farm fields near water. So deep tilled farm fields, which they don't do a whole lot of that anymore, that's the best place to look. Right after a rain, where it washes all the dirt off of the rocks and stuff, that's your best bet to find native artifacts. It's probably the easiest way. Okay, I've mentioned a few times in this video that where two bodies of water meet is a really good spot to look. So I'm going to tell you a little story about the coolest artifact I've ever found. So I was doing research, I was looking at maps, I found a spot where two bodies of water meet. Really hard to access place. So I was trying to find different ways to get there. I finally found a way out there. Poking around, looking, Nothing at all. And then I keep picking up these rocks or what I thought were rocks in the water, and they're like leaves, you know, because the leaves look a lot like arrowheads. And on my way out, I was literally getting ready to leave. I reached for what I thought was a leaf. Now, mind you, at the time I did have a YouTube channel, I did have a GoPro on me, but I was so shocked that I found this that I didn't even remember to record it. I did manage to take a picture, which I'll put in there and show you when I first found it. But this was sitting under about 6 inches of water in the river, and somehow I spotted it. Now, mind you, I didn't think I was gonna find anything, because all day I was picking up leaves, and then I found this. This is by far the coolest thing I've ever found in my life. I believe it's called a poplar island point. It could be up to 6,000 years old, and it's made out of quartzite. This goes to show you, do your research, take your time, and eventually, you know, you'll be successful. But I think that'll wrap up this video. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one. Give us a like, it'll really help out the channel. And if you like the content, go ahead and slap that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Are you a CREEKGEEK?
CREEKGEEK, 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 CREEKGEEK.